Welcome to your reading, Pisces. Alrighty, let's get into it. So the current energy we have here is the Knight of Swords, the Strength card, and the Six of Pentacles. So there's this rush in communication, right? And that can sometimes be that the Knight rushes in without thinking, right? Kind of like they could rush in without thinking on an idea to achieve something. However, they don't have all the information or all the knowledge that it takes to achieve what it is that they're trying to do, right? So with the Strength card, the lion here has been tamed, and it takes years to do this, right, with patience and perseverance. And the Six of Pentacles can be about helping others, albeit from an entitled position. Yeah, so I kind of wonder if there's this strength needed to tame this part of you that wants to rush in and help people as though you're doing them a favor, but it's from a position of ego, maybe. Anyway, let's go to the what you need to know here, Pisces. So we've got the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Tower card. And what I want to say here, yeah, okay, because the Knight of Swords here and the King of Swords, right? So, oh, and the Page of Swords down here. Interesting. Anyway, let's just focus on one thing at a time. I can tend to get ahead of myself a little bit like the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I'm taking the advice here, taking the advice. Okay, so Pisces. What I want to say here is you aren't the king yet. So stop and take the time to learn more. There's always more to learn, right? The fact is that you may be incredibly experienced in using, say, like, for example, using certain tools, right? Like power tools or swords, for example. But you may not be as experienced in using your words to be clearly understood. Okay, so the king, he can articulate himself because he has mastered this art of communication, right? With the Ten of Wands, this is where the art of communication is needed, I feel. So, for example, you might feel like you are carrying all the burdens and you're frustrated about that and you throw a wobbly and storm off, right? Rather than expressing yourself in a way that others can understand what your needs are. So maybe you don't even understand what your needs are. You might not have even got to that place, right? Because this is the King of Swords, not the King of Cups, who would fully be able to articulate or, is emotionally mature enough to express his emotions, So, like the emperor would be able to articulate his emotions and his needs and all the rest of it because he is the emperor, right? He sits above all kings. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so I feel like this could cause a tower moment, but it's also avoidable if you embrace the king energy. Okay. And it may also be like trying to, it's kind of like a knight trying to be in king energy, carry everything, but it's not there yet. And it, throws all its sticks down, and that causes a tower moment because it's trying to be in a place that it's not in yet. So yeah, this is really interesting. This could be This could be you, Pisces. It could be someone around you, though, because with the king here, I feel like this could be, and the two swords either side, this could actually be a father and sons, or a father and other younger relatives, or an uncle and nephews, or, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, with the advice here, Pisces, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor, I want to say not to rush in thinking that you do know it all and dish out advice, which might not be right for other people's circumstances, right? So learn about yourself and what your unmet needs are. That's really the crucial thing right now, okay? Like, do the work required. And I also want to say here, Pisces, to take yourself back to basics. Like, I actually love that the Page of Swords is here in the advice with the Emperor, because he has it all under control, like I said before. And but in saying that, the Emperor can also be controlling, and so be mindful of that as well. And as I've also said, communication is an art, and it is important to be clear with that, okay? Yeah. I want to say to confirm with people that they are receiving your message in the way that you intend it to be received, to avoid misunderstandings. So make, like, if you feel like what you're saying is clear as day and how could anyone not understand that, understand one thing to be aware of here, Pisces, is that everyone has their own perception, right? So they could be perceiving it in a whole different way. So it can be very important to make sure that they're aware of the meaning behind your delivery. So it can be even as simple as asking them to repeat back what it is that you've said and what their understanding of that is, so that you everyone's clear and everyone's on the same page, right? So yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. Let's get an additional message here, Pisces, from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck, and see what additional messages, sorry. You only want one card for Pisces, please. What additional message do you have for Pisces here? Two cards. We want one card, please. One card for Pisces. There it is. Watches. Transpersonal. Interesting. Okay, where is my book? Here it is. Let's have a look at what this says. Watches. Oh, I had it. Where was it? There. Serendipity, the observer, witness, transpersonal. When watches appear, it is an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill and take a breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in any of the drama. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, keep it to yourself. Love that. Don't go rushing in with it, right? If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around you. Simply observe. Watches show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and the actions of others. Let it be for a short while as you come to become the observer rather than the doer. The watchers invite you to break free from the linear, casual pace of the petty day-to-day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. Very cool, Pisces. Very, very cool. I love that. That is a great additional message to add to this reading. Okay, so I shall leave that with you. Take care of your beautiful self. See you. Bye-bye.